Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Justin, your guide into the Forgotten Runiverse, and today we just got the massive announcement from both of them that it is on Ronin. So I'm kind of scrambling right now. Honestly, there's a lot of information. We are going to drop into the Ronin official announcement here, kind of go through all the information you need to know, especially what's inside the game, what's going on, when the play tests are going to be. So we also have an update from the Runiverse game too. But at the very end, we're also going to take a look at the registration form. This is something that you absolutely have to fill out. You should definitely do it sooner rather than later, because we're going to talk about things that you can win. And there's two things. There's a closed beta there's a closed beta test, and then there's the public gameplay event too. So we'll break that down. We'll take a look at the Ronin blog post, and then additionally, last but not least, there was a super big 2-hour Wizard Wednesday that happened today that has a lot more information, of which you can definitely check out. But first of all, we should just watch the trailer because that's where it all begins, right? Okay, let's get into it.
In the deserts of memory, history is eroded and entire worlds slip into shadow.
I love it.
These worlds, once vibrant and alive, lay now on the brink of a black void, forgotten by all. And yet, when the fabric of reality thins, magic awakens. It takes a wizard to wield magic. It takes a wizard to remember. It takes a wizard to resurrect a forgotten Runiverse.
Gives me chills, bros. Okay, so there's a little bit more information here at the very end of it. It says the closed beta event is happening on July 31st to August 2nd. What's very important is that you have to fill out the form in order to try to get into that. But additionally, after that, of course, there should be a public gameplay event too. But why don't we just break it down inside of the official Ronin thread here? So it says, welcome, Runiverse game. Forgotten Runiverse is more than just an MMORPG. 3 years in development, it's a universe-spanning gameplay, community lore building, NFT collections, and a multimedia ecosystem, and merch, so much more. So today we're announcing the migration to Ronin. Here is what is happening, right? So this announcement is the first step towards an exciting summer, and exciting it will be. The game's closed beta test will take place July 31st through August 2nd, and the public beta is scheduled to begin in August. So Ronin gamers will have the opportunity to explore, battle, craft, and collect in the Forgotten Runiverse world. And then additionally, the Forgotten Runiverse is a free-to-play. It's available on mobile and on desktop. So members of the Forgotten Runiverse team have worked on popular games, like Elder Scrolls Online, Diablo, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Far Cry 3, and so many more. I got the hiccups, bros. But there's a lot to explore, so we've prepared an overview for a few key Runiverse NFTs. Check out our full announcement for more details below. We'll take a look at that closer to the end of the video. We'll break it down. But there was a pretty big update here from the Runiverse game as well. They kind of went over the stuff already. Again, keep in mind, end of July is when it's going to be, and then the new Foundation's public event will be in August, right? So we're free to play MMORPG using blockchain tech as an enhancement to already captivating gameplay loops rather than a requirement to play. So again, this kind of pertains to the on-chain items. All items can be minted on-chain, and player-owned lands lets players hold a larger role in the game's economy and progression. So pretty dank art here. Pretty epic. So it's developed by Bisonic Games, and then we kind of talk about the experience from Ubisoft, Blizzard, Capcom, and more. And the Runiverse is based off of the Forgotten Runes IP, created by Magic Machine and showcases lore made from within the community, right? So we can kind of see Bisonic's team experience from all the major, game publishers from prior history. And then again, Forgotten Runes is a collection of 10,000 wizards minted on the ETH blockchain in summer of 2021. Lore is at the core, and holders can use the Book of Lore to create stories for their wizards, and legendary wizards are likely to be featured in materials such as the official comics, which we have seen. And then again, if you also if you guys have stuff already like Quantum Gifts, Runiverse lands, or Watcher's Rings, Don't worry, our Watcher Rings, lands, and Quantum Gifts collections will be migrating to Ronin. Full details on the migration to come. Rest assured, we're working to ensure a smooth transition. So, I know you guys have a lot of these. So, that's going to be pretty sick, pretty epic. And again, if you don't have any Forgotten Runes NFTs, it's a great day to join the cult. Our new marketplace is the best place to explore and collect our new ecosystem, right? So Dota made a thread yesterday or a couple days ago. I have a video that one just prior to this video right now. You can check that out too. It kind of goes over the marketplace. But you have to sign up for a chance to play in the closed beta. And then the public event will be obviously public. And then there's also a chance to win Forgotten Runiverse NFTs here. So they link a Google Docs form. It's just a registration page, but basically it says complete this form to chance to play in the closed beta test, which is the first. It's going to be the first thing, obviously, because July 31st and August 2nd sooner than the public gameplay event in August. But it said there is a chance to win mana and on-chain rewards such as builder crates. So these are exclusive items only offered in this build, and Forgotten Runes, the Genesis Wizards and Warriors. So that is an extremely epic chance to pick up a wizard, especially if you just want to try to win one, right? That would be pretty epic. So again, they have all the links here in the description inside of the pages here. But again, more information can be found inside of the Ronin blog, two of which we're going to take a look briefly. So, of course, you know, Runiverse is coming to Ronin. Welcome to Ronin, Forgotten Runiverse. This Web3 fantasy MMORPG is part of the Wizard Cult franchise, which kind of goes over the game titles, NFTs, comics, animated series, and more. They're bringing their ecosystem to Ronin and launching the game this summer. I kind of go over things that we talked about earlier, but the game's planned world is set to measure around 200 kilometers squared with 36 distinct regions, about the twice the size of Paris, making it one of the largest planned games areas globally. And basically what you'll be able to do, you'll be able to own land, collect resources, craft items, complete quests, and battle it out in PvP or PvE. So pretty epic. Again, you can sign up. It just brings you over to the Google form earlier here. And then, what is the Forgotten Runiverse? If you guys aren't familiar with the Forgotten Runiverse, it's a fantasy franchise featuring wizards, spells, technology, of course, magic if you like, wizards if you like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, and then add in some cyberpunk dystopian elements to that. Boom, that's what you got. So, very excited. You can form guilds, you can do PvE expeditions, you have PvP leagues while crafting your items and gathering resources from all over the Runiverse world. So again, you'll be able to have like real ownership over that. Again, it'll be on inside of a blockchain. So you'll actually be able to trade that on market. So that's going to be very, very cool. So on July 31st, the Forgotten Runiverse will hold a three-day closed beta test, followed by the public gameplay event titled New Foundations. So players will be able to earn special rewards and craft unique NFTs, available exclusively for this limited build. So all Forgotten Runiverse game assets will be available on the Mavis market. I was not aware of that before, but now I am. Hopefully you guys are as well. So in the Forgotten Runiverse, community members are wizards imbued with powerful magic and connection to the Runiverse. And runes are ideas forgotten by the world, and wizards are on a mission to help the world remember these ideas. So they create and contribute media in the form of stories, animations, artwork, and more to bring runes to life. Again, those are things that I outlined in the Book of Lore. So, for example, every wizard, warrior, soul, pony, and beast NFT holder can write original lore about their character on the on-chain Book of Lore. And these stories can find their way into the comics, animated series, and even the game itself. So I would highly recommend that you put some lore in the Book of Lore. Pretty easy peasy. But again, at launch, the wizards will play a key role in the game, which would include custom skins, various in-game rewards, guild access, and exclusive map areas. Over time, other Forgotten Runes characters will be added in-game with unique roles and abilities, and you'll be able to check out the new marketplace here. So again, the flagship, the Genesis character collection is the wizards. So that is what everybody sees. That's what's inside of the game right now. That's going to be very, very cool. And they also talk about other things like so their utility for the wizards, of which you can burn them into a soul if you decide to use a sacred flame. But that kind of gets kind of expensive and crazy. I know that's going to be awesome. So again, they also talk about the warriors as well. So The warriors also have access to the Runiverse ecosystem right in the Book of Lore, full Discord access, and additional access to Forgotten Runes experiences, as well as accessibility in the Runiverse game itself. So there are a lot more warriors too. So if you wanted something that's a little bit less, I guess, expensive, you could opt for a warrior as well. Of course, not financial advice. We don't know what necessarily if they're going to be in game skins quite yet, but we are getting 3D models pretty soon here. And then they also talk about the souls here as well. So what are the Forgotten Runes as souls? So basically, it kind of just goes over. They're like. So if you burn a sacred flame and you get a soul, technically in the ecosystem, using a sacred flame is like the highest form of magic inside of the ecosystem. So out pops a soul based on what you burn. But again, you can check these out on the secondary market. They have the same utility as wizards. We'll just have to see over time. And then they also talk about the Forgotten Runiverse land plot NFTs, right? So again, these are just things that you can build on top of. You can put more. You can basically, gather your friends and play with each other. But again, I'll have a different video going over the lands and what you can build on them. I probably already have a video, but I'll have to link that maybe in the description. Anyways, and then we also talk about the Forgotten Runes Watcher's Rings. So you guys may have seen the rings, wondering what those are. Again, they're just more access to the ecosystem. You can write in the Book of Lore, full Discord access, additional access to experiences, and accessibility for the game itself. So again, they kind of talk about the game items as well, but we'll just have to see how the economy plays out and what builds and items we're supposed to craft. But until then, we'll just have to see. And they kind of go over, who Bisonic is, of which we already kind of covered. They go over the Ronin ecosystem as well. And they also have some links here at the very bottom, too. But if you guys want to get the full rundown and discussion between the Wizard Cult founders, Dota Elf Bear, as well as the Ronin founders and like Jiho and a couple others, then I highly, highly recommend that you go join and re-listen to the very special Wizard Wednesday that was held today, July 10th at 2 p.m. EST. It's like 2 hours of like super giga alpha with all the updates. But by all means, if you guys just wanted to check it out, definitely sign up at the registration form. You guys know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's always a pleasure to see what is going on with the Runiverse. You guys already know what to do. We'll see you guys in the next one.